Yeah, let's go. We live. You good, fam? Every Monday, virtual check-in, man. Stolen from Africa. There's a war outside and I can't lose all my. Shout out Mustafa, man. Make sure you go check him out, man, on Spotify. But you know how that hate goes. You know how that hate goes. But we used to rock the same. Big up everyone coming through, man. Virtual community check-in, man. I love the vibes that we've been creating, man, over many, many weeks. It's almost been a year, man, since you good fam, man. So big up to everyone who's been rocking with us. You know, I feel like we might have to like bring back some like guest men who passed through over the year and who have made this space incredible, man, offering their knowledge, wisdom, and understandings. And yo, man, I'm just excited, man, for the energy, man. Like it feels good, man. I feel like we're doing some important work, and it's happening organically, and you know, we're keeping that connection of community virtually. Not trying to replace the physical interactions, but you know, we like to utilize what we can and utilizing these tools that we have. You know, because if you don't use the tools, these tools gonna use you. Yeah, man. So big up to everyone's coming in, man. Yo, if you're just joining us, man, let us know how you're feeling on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being not so great, 10 being amazing and fantastic. Let us know, man. We like to keep this interactive. You know what I'm saying? We like to make sure that we're very community driven and keep that energy circulating, man. So let us know how you're feeling, man, for our virtual check-in, you good fam, every Monday right here, Stolen from Africa. You already know what it is. Yes. Big up King Spade in the chat, man. I see you, man. All day, every day. Represent. We got Jesse Irie saying that feeling 100, man. I am Tiffany, man, saying out of 10, you're up, man. Yo, man, that's peace, man. Let me see if we can add in some of the fams in here. See what's going on, man. Anybody wants to add on? And yo, like we said, man, if you feel like you want to jump into the conversation, you know, jump on camera, please let us know, man. We like to keep this, you know, vibe interactive and really community driven. So just because you see us on the camera, you know, doesn't mean that you cannot join us as well. But you know, the chats are always golden too. So that being said, as we check in, yo, Symbolic, man, how are you feeling today? I see you're busy, man. You're doing a lot of incredible things, man. What's going on, bro?
Respect. For right now, I'm trying to like invite
vibe, yes.
You know how it goes.
I need to get more up on that vibe, man. Be more intentional, just like you know, in hand picking and inviting people to come through, and let them know what's going on. But that's what's up though, man. But I know that you're doing like incredible works in the digital spaces and keeping that energy circulating, letting people know what's going on. So big up to you for that. I guess in the meantime, like I'll just check in. I'm feeling about like a 10, you know, like I feel really up. I've been doing like a lot of like meditation and just like reflections. Like I don't know if this has to do with like the not full moon, but new moon, lunar eclipse and all that kind of stuff. But I've just been in this like really like reflective space, man. So I'm feeling pretty peace, you know. I'm just liking the way how community is building, and despite we're in these, you know, challenging times, you know, there's a lot that's really progressive and building. So I'm definitely excited for all of that. You know, like today's topic, I was thinking, you know, because the idea was to really talk about like ancestry, because I know that the brother Dying Thief, man, he's out in Ghana. I was trying to get him to plug in, but you know, I started thinking about like, you know, just like, you know, ancestry, and then just like kind of like healing and ways that we can like, you know, connect, you know, like different ways that we can connect to like ourselves, our past, and move forward, man. Basically like the traditions of Saint Kofa and all of that good stuff, you know. So and then I made this post the other day where it was an image of a fetus, of a black fetus, you know what I'm saying? Like black woman, black child. And these are images that I started realizing that never really seen, you know, when we look at like anatomy books and whatnot, like, you know, it's typically like Caucasian, European, but we don't really see this. And when I posted it, I'm like, yo, like I'm going to be 40 next year. And this is the first time I've actually seen that image. And then I sat with it to realize how much of an impact that was, and how it made me feel like I'm seen, my existence is valued, because up until that point, I've never really noticed how such a simple illustration could have such a great like impact on that. And I started noticing like a lot of other people's like comments and stuff coming in and sharing to be like, oh, I've never realized this either, you know, and how deep it was. So like the idea of like of healing, you know, and just different ways that we can. So, you know, when we think that you know, we're not making an impact, like us just having this existence, having this conversation, you know, already goes into that healing process of being from a place of not being represented to being a place that is being represented. So I just had myself in this like deep like reflection of like, yo, like we're actually doing these works, you know, and what's beautiful is like the works that we're doing. Another concept that I've been really meditating on is that the concept of like how ideas live longer than our physical existence, you know. So I made this tweet the other day, and it said, you know, stolen from Africa, you know, stolen from Africa across the chest, because ideas last longer than the flesh, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like the way how we're living, the way how we're existing right now isn't just for us in this generation, man. This is for like the generations that we won't even meet, but they'll pick up the torch and be like, yo, like our forefathers, our ancestors left us a message, you know what I'm saying? And how like having visible representation is so important, man. This kind of reminded me of like back in like, you know, like ancient Kemet times, the reasons why there's like statues and images there, you know what I mean? The reasons why there's physical representation so that we wouldn't forget, you know? I'm not going to get into reincarnation and all that, but you know what I mean?
But nonetheless, I think it's part of the discussion, especially when you're talking about ideas last longer than the flesh, right? Like we still honor great ancestors like Malcolm X, right? Like how many people still say, you know, still just think of the phrase alone, by any means necessary, right? And apply their own theory to that concept, that idea, but that came from a body that's no longer here. You get what I'm saying? But the idea still is. You get what I'm saying? Or the concept of, or the idea of, you know, I had a dream. You get what I'm saying? Peace, King. I had a dream, right? Martin's no longer here, but people are still having that dream. The idea of that dream. You get what I'm saying? So like the idea that the concept essentially that ideas last longer than flesh, right? It's not a concept, you know. It's a proven fact. You get what I mean? Like it's the idea that lasts longer than the body. You know what I'm saying? The idea comes from the body, but you know, like the body is just a conduit, really. You know what I mean?
So, speaking of stuff that's gonna last eternally, did you decide on that first track for your album, Kemia?
yeah, I did. Still, you know, I decided. So you know, Kwame, Symbolic's putting me on blast right now, but essentially I'm working on an album that's dropping next year. It's gonna be called Rise, right? And you know, we're just my team, which is really my wife and I, and like, you know, my two close brothers. We're just, you know, we never really had a hard time putting together an album. You get what I mean?
Right.
But with the content and the concepts that I'm discussing on this album, right? Like I with my music, I like the purpose of my music, you know what I mean, is to plant the seeds of revolution in the mind, you know what I'm saying, so that you can be fully equipped to conquer the war that's taking place in the mind first, right? Like everything that's external, like you'll get to that eventually. But my music is mind music, you know what I'm saying? It's for you to fight the battle in the mind, you know what I mean? So with that being said too, I have to be able to speak a language that isn't too technical, that isn't way too articulate, that you don't comprehend the verbiage, the vocabulary, and that isn't too deep in metaphysical concepts or conscious or historical concepts that you can't follow up on the information. You know what I'm saying? And so the way, you know, the content and everything is put in the music, you get what I mean? It's just like we just had a really difficult time arranging this stuff, you get what I mean? And we've never really had that problem, right? So one, it shows us that the content is good, right? So you know, it's just about, you know, with music too, you know, I record my music at the frequency of nature, right? So with that too, like I don't get a lot of radio play because it's not at the standard frequency of radio and music, you get what I mean? So, you know, even with that being said, like, yeah, just you know, just putting the music together has been a a strenuous process this time around, but for good reasons. You get what I mean? So yeah, you know, we're excited. We finally, I think we arranged the track list in the manner that we would like it, and in a manner that I think would be most impactful and most memorable. You get what I mean? And so
Was
now it's just about, you know, getting ready for the
recorded
release.
on vinyl when you're finished, when you complete your project.
Yeah, you know what's
Recorded
funny?
on vinyl.
That's how
Yeah,
I know you're on that
frequency.
because, like, you know, my wife and my team, they've been on, like, the last project we put out, they're like, yeah, you know, we should put it out on vinyl. And I felt like, you know, I wasn't ready for that evolution yet. But for this time around, you know, we wanted that to be part of the release process, you know, like, as when the project comes out, like, you know, it'll be available on DSPs or whatever. But, you know, a limited edition pack would be available on vinyl because, you know that when the music plays on that black
You
substance,
already
you know what I'm
know.
saying? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a different.
The quality comes as an analog, and it sounds
Exactly.
like the '90s sound when the
90
music
sound, yeah.
wasn't so tainted.
Especially at that frequency too, right? At
Yeah,
432 hertz
especially at the
on
frequency that
vinyl.
you're doing your stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, facts. So, you know.
yeah. Well, yo,
Yeah.
this actually leads. This actually leads to, like, you know, another theme that's come up, like, you know, in my meditation, which is intention, and just like the
Yeah.
power of intention. Like everything that we do is like it has that kind of like spiritual ingredient. Like we're not just doing things just because. Like everything is like calculated. We're putting our mind,
Yeah,
body, soul, energy into like our manifestation. So everything you're talking about is
of
right
course.
on
Everything
schedule.
has to be intentional because again, you know, like we're gods, not just by saying, but like, you know, biologically, metaphysically, you know what I'm saying? We have the same components as God, you know what I'm saying, as the universe, all right? The
Yeah.
universe is also mathematical, therefore you must be mathematical. You must be calculated in your every being, in your every move, you know what I'm saying? Even the fact that, you know, we're conduits of electricity. Electricity in its nature is mathematical too, and you really get to know that shit, you get what I'm saying? So you have to be mathematical in your calculations and how you move, in your intent, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. True indeed, man. Yo, big up to everyone who's been joining us right now, man. This is our weekly check-in. You good, fam? You know, community vibes, man. We're all just like sharing, you know, making sure we set our week off correct and just creating, you know, space where we can just build with each other, man, virtually, especially when we're not so much in the physical spaces. We creating the same connection in the digital spaces, man. So let us know how you're feeling on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being not so great, 10 being fantastic. You know, let's keep this energy circulating. Yo, I want to pass it over to brother King Spade, man, for your check-in, man. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm good. How y'all doing, man? I see y'all are glowing. Everyone is just glowing. I love it. I love it. So yeah, we have a
Bless.
new moon right now, and I'm feeling there's no number to feel because like there's so much things going on metaphysically and physically at the same time that I'm enjoying all the way. Like the world, oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
All I can say is the world is in our hands right now,
Facts.
and we just all need to wake up, get out of our slumber, rub your eyes, whatever you have to do. Wake up time.
Facts.
You know, without even firing a bullet, we didn't have to do nothing. And metaphysically and astrology, all of that, all is all in our favor right now. And
Yeah.
if there's a lot of news going on that they're not showing in the news right now, and it's totally destroying the whole demon platform of the demographics and all that stuff, and everything that you've seen and know about like gang violence and all that stuff is going to be coming to a cease very soon. And when I mean very soon, there's going to be a day. Remember, I told you this. There's going to be a day.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everything is going to go to a cease. Like, I mean, industry, everything's just going to pause. And because it's going to pause, people that you hate, the people that you may disagree with, the people that you think is racist to you, and back and forth, y'all are going to get together and unify. When there's disasters, all of y'all put your hands together. There's no such thing as black and white no more. All of a sudden, Greg over there, the white guy, he's my friend, and we're going to help these people get out of this problem tonight.
It takes a natural cataclysm for man to unite. If you really study history and pay attention to to what's happened throughout history, it hasn't been wars that have united men. It's always been natural cataclysms. And if you pay attention to the cycles of the earth and how Gaia, or excuse me, how the earth chooses to cleanse herself or recycle herself, you know what I'm saying? That period happens, okay. You're gonna see what happens. Like, just pay attention to what's happening to the earth right now in terms of natural disasters. You know what I'm saying? Australia was on fire for like a year. You get what I'm saying? That motherfucker was burning for a year. You get what I'm saying? Canada, BC, they're having wildfires in BC and in Alberta.
Like
There's
7
floodings
years.
going on over there that they're not talking about. There's been earthquakes, volcanoes erupting in places where volcanoes. Fam, I'm from Congo. Volcano erupted in Congo that hasn't erupted in years, bro. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, family members calling me like, hey, do you see the times? Do you see what's going on, my friend? The volcano is erupting now. Hey, have you done your libations? Have you summoned? Oh, yeah, I seen, auntie, relax. I seen. I'm gonna go do it. Please relax. This is a long distance call. Chill. I'm gonna do it. You know. You guys don't know. Go on. They're not showing us. You get what I mean? But you have to be vigilant. Just keep all of your eyes open. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not these eyes. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but yo, like before we get into our discussion, man, because this is deep, man. This all definitely connects, man. I want to make sure Symbolic gets to check in, and then we can see what's going on in the comments as well, man. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You know, just things are popping off. Lots of you know, in the crypto creation world of things, we're making music. We're, you know, keeping it moving. So it's nice. It's nice. I'd say today is a 10 day.
All right, man. Everybody's up.
I don't do 10 days every day. Let's take it to the comments. Go as far. You already read Jesse. Irie is feeling 10. 100, I should say. T Fanny says 10. Experience Ramble. Big ups, our crew out there in Montreal. Feeling great. 11 out of 10. Fire Flames. Big up Anand's creation. I see you in the house. T-Fanny, lurk mode today, King. Just getting ready to jump on the road. Yo, T-Fanny's always jumping on the road. She's grinding hard, and that's enough respect. Yeah, I see Kemia's writing in the comments. Is that you? Yeah, didn't receive. Oh, okay, and forget it. Yo, Dizza, man, he was sending me a video message. Maybe we'll get him on at some point. In Tanzania, we got Lebon. Saint Lebon is out in. Oh my gosh, he's originally from Congo, I believe, but he's out in. Every time this happens, I blank out on where he's at in the world. But he's our boy out there in Africa.
You said he's from Congo?
Originally, but now he's in another French place. I'll remember.
Probably Gabon. Probably
No.
Gabon. Probably Angola.
No, ce n'est pas Angola.
There's so many African countries.
Dude, okay, LeBron, just write it in the comments. Where you at?
In Rwanda, they speak French in Rwanda aussi, so you can do that too.
Oui, pas Rwanda.
Yeah, in fact, Congolese likely.
What's that?
I said, yeah, especially if he's Congolese, it's more than not likely that he'd be in Rwanda, but you know, you never know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
So Dizza V Pharaoh. Anyways, that's Zavara out in Tanzania is in the house. Says what's good, Kwame? What's good? I'll just deflect that out to everybody. What's good? You good, fam? From Dizza.
This is a thing been trying to join. So sorry to cut you off, but just we're only allowed like 4 people at a time. So we'll get you on in about like 10 minutes, man. We'll switch it up, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you add on. Cause I love this international vibe, man. That's what's up, yo.
Right. See, now I'm getting to he was trying to connect. I don't know, like I saw the video connect, and I was like, that'll just take me out of this and I'd be talking with Zavara, but I'm in the middle of You Good Fam. So I didn't answer that, but nevertheless, we can switch it up after the fact. He says, peace and blessings. I see King Spade, you're here. We're going to talk anyway, so I'll just zoom. I'll keep going down, see what else we got. Kobe's in the house. What's up, Kobe? Big up Tony Blackman, sorry. Let me zip down. Koss from Ghana's in the house. Yo, we are global Africans up in this right now. I'm just saying. Yeah, I see Knowledge. I'm keeping it going, trying to go fast. Who's Laid Back? What up, Laid Back? Big ups to you. Kobe says, I may be back. Have some quick things to do. Okay, Kobe's in and out. Zoom in. Can someone assist on joining? That's what you were getting at before. Mandy gives 100. T. Fanning says, facts though, facts. What up, Ruckus? And Ruckus says, big up to everyone. Yo, big up to you, DJ Ruckus, Toronto's finest. Hey, you got to make sure that you get this Kenya stuff. It's going to be, he plays only wax. So, you know, now when that wax comes out, the Kenya, you got to make sure you have that.
Appreciate it.
IJ Supernova's in the house. Crazy Mental Productions, y'all. IJ, big up yourself. He says, peace, peace.
Crazy Mentals.
Crazy Mental Productions. Okay, so here's a here from Dar es Salaam. Yeah, international.
Yeah. That's
he says give thanks, and so that we're caught up. We're caught up.
Okay, man. Well, yo, and this is the time. Let's keep this conversation going. I mean, we're already building on that, man. The power of intention. You know, connecting to like ancient wisdoms and really just moving ourself like forward. You know, like King Spade was mentioning about. You know, like the new moon energy, lunar eclipse, and there's all this like stuff that's happening behind the scenes that I feel that we can tap into, and I feel like we're kind of doing it like subconsciously, like we're not aware of it, but like we are moving within that energy, and you know this kind of connects back to just like ancient ways, because as we know, like you know astrology and just being in tune with like the stars and the movements is nothing new for us. You know, that's something that has always been there, and I feel more than ever people are being more tapped into it. Like when I think of like Kenya's music, you know what I mean, like I totally tapped into that, and I know he's very intentional with that, and giving these like tangible examples for us to build on, you know, and the power of having these images and representations, like what it does for our own influence. Like I was talking about earlier, how I posted this image of a black woman with a black fetus, like, you know, like pregnant woman, like, you know, just an image of seeing that. You know, oftentimes when we look at anatomy books, we don't see representation of ourselves, and just how that simple gesture was incredibly empowering. I've never seen that for my entire life, and a lot of people jumped in the comments saying the same thing. So like us being these like living examples. Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why you're seeing it now is because we just came out of 2,166 years, which is one age, 2,166 years, and we just came out of it. 2011 was the beginning of the Aquarian age, Aquarian Light. So everything that was done in the Piscean age is being destroyed right now, and everything that's going to be in Aquarian Light is going to be rebuilt. So what's happening is that the Aquarian Light is bringing you truth about everything on the planet, no matter what you study. And it's going to, you know, like how a baby knows how to walk at 9 months without going to school or taking lessons from grandma. That natural thing inside of you is waking up all over the world. It woke me up 2012.
Well, yeah.
It disturbed me. It's like waking up out of a bed. It's like waking up out of a sleep. And it led me to doing and seeing much more on a higher scale. Because one thing people don't realize is that you weren't born to come and go to college, to pay for college and get a job and get career. You weren't made that way. That's the artificial world that's leaving right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the natural world that's coming in right now is waking you up to say, wait a second, how come we need to go to college if we metaphysically can do this and do that and do this? Why come I need a job? I don't think I need a job. All I need to do is this, and I can make money this way, or I can transport my energy to millions of people this way or that way. You know what I mean? Just like the internet. We're all around the world right now talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you couldn't do that in the 90s. And okay, so we're all awake now, and we're more connected more than anything in the world, and we're sharing this knowledge. We're sharing this. It's like the 12 Monkeys syndrome, where I know something and you will wake up too because of my presence. You will wake up too, and you'll know probably even more that I know. You get what I mean? It's the Aquarium Light changing everything right now. It's called the Great Reset. So everybody, welcome to the Great Reset. And
Great Reset.
use the 7 hermetic principles to guide you so you can evolve. One thing mankind has been doing for 150 years is keeping you back from evolving on who you are, not what you do at work. Forget all that.
The evolution of self.
If you're a Gemini, you came here to be a Gemini. If you're an Aries, you didn't come here to be a professor of a school. No, you came here to be Aries, and evolve and learn about all the other signs and remember them, so when you pass and come back, you can use it again and again on this planet of abundance.
Facts. Planet of abundance.
2,000 years to go through, and you're going to see a lot of things that are going to turn the tables around. All the ancestors, you're going to see them. You're going to understand dimensions. You're going to understand a lot of things. So get going. I suggest you use vibrations right now, and Kemia's music will probably do that for you, and other things like singing bowls and all that stuff. Get your intuitive mind. Study what's it called? Telekinesis. There's like over 6,000 of telekinesis that we all can do.
That we can all do. Some of us do it subconsciously, presently, without even being aware. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, indeed. But can you go back to the 7 hermetic principles real quick? Just like give us like a rundown of what that is, because I think that's some important jewels right there.
The 7 hermetic principles is exactly how this planet and this solar system runs. Like if you wanted to know how this world runs or the entire universe runs, it's with the 7 hermetic principles, where number 1 is your mental. Mental is the universe. And whatever you perceive God may be, that's God to you. You know, and that's your perception. That's your movie. You know, every man has their own planet. I have my planet, you have your planet, and when your planet bumps into my planet, I may be able to see your problems in your planet. But the 7 hermetic principles is how things manifest on the planet. Like say you wanted to get a mansion, or you want to be the greatest shoe man in the world. It's through the 7 hermetic principles. And they've kept us locked away from that because the secret societies, they practice it and get everything achievable for them when we sometimes practice it. Number 1 is mental. There's opposites. There's female. Number 7 is female.
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Yep, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where in cause and effect, there's no such thing as luck. Everything happens by law on the planet. Just like how if you were to bake a pie, there's a recipe for it. If you were to do mathematics, there's mathematics, which is facts, not an opinion. Because 2 plus 2 is 2. I mean 4. You get what I mean? It's not an argument. It's not an argument. So that's how the universe works, and it works based off of the 7 hermetic principles. Everything and all things can be done. All your willpower is powered, or can be powered by that, and anything you want comes through that. Those 7 hermetic principles.
That's peace, man. Yo, real quick, I'm gonna jump in the comments, man. I'm seeing Simone saying a quick hi, man. We got Seed of the Soul. Big up Seed of the Soul, man. She came through the other day, saying luminous greetings at the faith community. And she goes on to say it means different things to different people. With Dizza Pharaoh, is that who I pronounced that correctly again? Saying peace, Simone. I see you. So big up, man. Conversations in the chats. We say the Gempress saying yes. Either the soul comes through again saying yes. I agree that the simulation reality has a great distraction from the evolution of the soul. 100%, man. Gempress saying incarnation. And then another question is,
Incantation.
incantation, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is coming through saying again, do you have any recommendation materials to study on telekinesis, please? So we can get into that. Seed of the Soul also says the Great Reset is the Great Remembering. Yeah, man. This is why like the whole concept of like Sankofa has been like ringing in my ears strong.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what it is.
even that, right? I'll quickly suggest read this book by author shoot, hold on. Just give me a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Yo, my love, my book.
Yeah. All right. So remember, bringing up our members, aka our ancestors, all ancestors, which came before. The Hermetic teachings are the natural laws. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. So on telekinesis,
you are the ancestors, though. That's the thing.
Okay.
We are. Yes.
My bad.
You are the ancestors.
The book.
You can't. There's no such thing as death. That's another thing in the Hermetic principles is that there's no such thing as death, and that there's
Death doesn't. You know
so
what I'm saying?
you are the ancestors. Come back and wake me up.
Death is a portal, but in terms of the great remembering and unlocking telekinesis, a book I would suggest everybody should read is called the Cosmic Memory by Rudolf Steiner Rudolf Steiner, I think it is. The Cosmic Memory by Rudolf Steiner. Yeah, I mean it's the book that I suggest everybody should read. Everybody read that book, and then you'll really comprehend what it means to remember. You know what I'm saying? How to live through cosmic memory. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic memory, like just to I guess briefly give a summary, is the concept that all your ancestral experiences, like the life of your ancestors, their knowledge, all of that is a memory that needs to be unlocked, you know what I'm saying, in your cognitive state of mind, which has been essentially blotted out by this, illusion we call reality. You know what I'm saying? So once you can awaken from this said illusion, you can unlock your cognitive mind, you know what I'm saying? And the cognitive mind, which is at the back of your temple, right? Where King is pointing, right? Your cognitive mind at the center at the back of your temple. And that happens to be where your Kundalini rises to, right? Boom, right? And so once you can unlock your cognitive mind, you can unlock your true memory, you know what I'm saying, which is your God memory, your cosmic memory. And then you can see
library.
You can literally see all of your ancestors' experience, and that's how we used to live. We can see. That's how we learned, right? Like, okay, for me to understand the knowledge my grandmother was giving me, I would see her life, literally. That I would see by memory her life. You know what I'm saying? And then where I needed to learn from, I learned from by visual perception through my memory. You know what I'm saying? But again, like everybody should be hip to this type of conversation, but again, this knowledge and this type of information has been suppressed and hidden for ages. So some people hearing this right now are probably like, wait, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, what kind of nonsense is this guy talking about, right? Others might be like, yeah, I'm on the same frequency, I'm right on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that because of how long and all the efforts and intent they put into suppressing our evolution, our memory. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that will surface is gonna seem, frightening, confusing, like scary even. But remember that truth has always been stranger than fiction. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But one thing I'll say though is like, yes, like we're definitely dropping a lot of gems, and it is pretty heavy. But I know for sure, that as we're speaking, like there's a certain resonance that comes with that. You know what I mean? So like anytime I hear something and it resonates, I'm like, I may not know the full depths of it, but I know that there's something there for me to unpack, something for me to explore. And just like what King Spade was saying, like we're living in the times now where these questions are coming up a lot more than usual. I've been on this way for a while, so I know what I'm talking about. But now more than ever, like the average person is now questioning things and looking into things, as opposed to being like, oh, that's some like spooky, like witchcraft, something like, what are y'all dealing with? Now it's like, I don't know, man. There's something going on here,
When the word indigenous, when was the first time you heard that word, the word indigenous?
I
in
only heard it
relation
in
to
the
like,
90s, growing up, coming up in school. You know what I'm saying? The
right,
first time I heard the word indigenous was in grade 4. I never heard it prior to that.
right.
Never heard it prior to that, right?
No,
Never.
You see what I'm saying? Like words, things coming out that you're like indigenous, and then people who understand that are going, wait, I'm the indigenous. You're the
Mm-hmm.
indigenous. Okay, that's level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we the indigenous, and how do we become this? And then
Yeah.
your mind starts to go on this train track,
On
and
this train
you
track,
start
fact.
going finding out these things. And as you're
Mm-hmm.
finding these things out, your metaphysical, just like Kemia was saying, your kundalini and your metaphysical starts coming out. You start you're being sent to places that you didn't know you had to be there. Like I went to Cuba for no reason, but I went
Mm-hmm.
there and I ended up studying where the Pope came from and how where Jesus was made up from.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even looking for it, but it came to me.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And as you keep
Yes.
doing that and keep asking more questions, we're in a time right now where everything you ask for is going to be,
It's gonna be given, yeah.
yeah, you're going to get your answer, but it's for you now to see this what around you in your environment that's giving you the answer, because the answer is
That's
always
right.
being given.
yes.
The
So
answer
like
is usually right in our
before we
senses.
continue,
Yo, guys,
sorry.
etymology too. Etymology is very important, especially if you're gonna be looking into literature. Don't be reading stuff, and just because you think you're familiar with a word, that you think you know
No,
the
yeah,
actual meaning of the word. You get what I'm
Yup,
saying?
that. Yep.
Etymology is important. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, people will see words like these people that were writing these history books, right? And this literature and this account of history. Even though they're falsifying certain things and omitting certain things, the language is definitive and purposely written in the manner that it's written. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see certain things that say the native Indian, right? But you have no idea that the etymology of Indian, that Indian is a compound word which means black man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Indi means black, which is a form of ink, and an is a short form of man. You get what I'm saying? So every time you see
Yeah.
Indian, that's just saying black man. But if you don't know etymology, you have no clue. You get what I'm
And
saying?
Those are symbols and signs that people are not watching.
You
How
get what
many
I'm
times have you
saying?
seen in digital time 333? One.
Facts.
oh,
Uh, uh,
that always happens when the vibration is high.
facts. There we go. He's back.
Yo, if I could, I'm just going to jump into the comments.
Yeah, you got that? Go ahead, bro.
Sure. So Seed of Soul, we have been deceived about history. Planetary history has been distorted and inverted. True talk. The J Empress, high speed downloads, fast forward vibes. Goes on to say, do you guys do this type of convo at a specific time every week? This is the time, and it's every week. You good
11
fam.
a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern.
Every
Yeah.
Monday. We out here.
And O'Connell giving peace, and we are up to speed.
Um,
Did I miss something?
are we? Did you get to Seed of the Soul? It says that only exists on the planet as a program, but it's not an experience, man. It is to have human remains fodder for the cosmic lore, not evolve beyond the human experience. So, like, a concept that I've really gravitated towards is like, after death is birth. So there's no like real like ending. It's just something else has been started. The beginning of something else.
You ever watch this show? It was a show back in like the 90s where this man would go from body to body. Like he would go to one dimension one time, and then he would be like a girl, and he would have a task. He would finish the task, and as soon as the task was done, he would go back. He would go into another body or somewhere else.
That's crazy. I never seen that in the 90s, but I seen a rendition of it called The Travelers in the early 2000s. And yeah, them essentially they would come from the future and come back
Quantum leap.
into different bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The show was called Quantum Leap. That's what all mankind is doing. That's all you're doing.
Well,
there's no such thing as death. You're going from body to body because I have in my class, I have a nurse. She does holistic medicine, and one of the things she practices on a regular basis is life regression, where she can get you to go back to your past life,
Past
and
life, yeah.
she record you, you know.
That's
And
crazy.
she did it for me, and I went back and found out that I was a general in my last life, and I got shot in the head and all kind of stuff. It's well deep, but I had a task to do it, and she showed me what task I had to finish that I didn't finish in the last life. You
And so
know,
now you got to
all
complete
we're
it in
doing is
this life.
quantum leaping, because the past regression specialist, she knows that because she practices Reiki and the energy and what energy does, and quantum physics and all that kind of stuff, and it's related to us being jumpers all the time.
She's a priestess, if anything.
Yes.
Yo,
She's really
that's
good at
wild.
what she does too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna jump back in the comments though, but just to say something.
It's important to always have a priestess or a priest in your corner if possible. If you have access to one, I'm telling you, fam, like have them in your life.
Well, everything boils back down to intention. And there's like a show on Netflix right now that's recent that speaks to exactly what you're talking about. It's called the OA. You know what I mean? So if you watch that, man, it's like talks about all the OA, like
08?
OA.
Oh, like the letter O and A. All right.
O and A, yeah. Where they're like jumping between dimensions and parallel universes, and they're going into different bodies, and it's wild. It's wild. Like you guys.
Even in certain like African cultures, right? Like I know in my tribe, like when you're going into the priesthood, right? There's certain rituals that you go through that basically make you dimension hop or body hop, if you wish. You know what I'm saying? To further comprehend, you know what I'm saying, the depths of your purpose, you know what I'm saying, your fate, and how it's supposed to affect or impact or develop the kingdom and the surrounding areas. You get what I'm saying? Right, but like again, the steps in evolution, so these things happen gradually, right? Like I would be going into my next step of initiation or ritual coming May 2022, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd be 30, you know what I'm saying? So going into my 30th year, I begin this particular set ritual because also, you know what I'm saying, according to, I think, psychology or something like that, the human mind, especially the man, doesn't develop until like 29. You know what I'm saying? So prior to 29, you haven't really made any real conscious decisions. You know what I'm saying? You haven't actually made controlled decisions. Your mind hasn't developed enough for you to actually make a decision. You know what I'm saying? You're only able to do that after the age of 29. You know what I'm saying? But that's further conversation.
I mean, that goes to why, like, you know, in our culture, like, you know, they want us dead by the age of 25. You know what I'm saying? But we can get into that
too.
Yo, let me just add on to like these comments, and then I want to pass it over to Symbolic to see if the other brother is ready to come through. See the Soul says, man, the answer is here before the question, because the question becomes the hero journey. It is understanding of your destiny to gain the answer. True indeed, man. The knowledge awakens, man. That's the brother right there talking about quantum leaps. True indeed. And then we keep going. See the Soul says that story in showing us in incarnational lives. This opens the doors to Aztec records. Man, I do Aztec readings. Okay, yo. So we're definitely gonna have to get into that, man. Most definitely. I see TT Fanny says, I got to run, King's heading back to Calgary. Man, thank you for the chat. I'll catch us later. Man, big up, and we're all caught up. Yo, Symbolic, man, what's the homie saying? You know, if he's
Well, I sent a message in the chat. I didn't see any response from that. But yo, Zabar, are you in the house? If so, send a request. Or, you know,
well, jump in the chat so I can know. I don't want to like disconnect mans if we don't really have to right now. If that's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. I'll keep the vibration going.
Yeah, man. True indeed, man. So, you know, I kind of want to go back to this whole like great like awakening, like reset thing, man, because I feel like this time of the year is really like spiritual. You know, it's what we call like the winter solstice.
Every time of the year is spiritual.
Like energetically, like things kind of like represent like, you know, death. And as we know, December 25th, you know, is kind of like, you know, when the sun goes 1 degree, which kind of symbolizes like the birth of the sun. I mean, that's a deeper topic. We won't have to get too deep into it, but I just know that this time of the year brings a lot of like energy. And what are some things, you know, that we should be like, you know, mindful of and being, you know, aligned with intention? in this particular
Portals.
moment right now.
You should be
Portals.
seeding. You should be
Every
seeding your
time of the
thoughts.
year is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to
Oh,
be
I know,
aware
but
of.
I'm just talking about like this particular moment that we're in right now.
You should
Every
be
Yeah,
season
portals.
has a different
seeding your
focus.
thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, King.
Which one?
Oh,
So Zavar,
Your thoughts. When you seed your thoughts, what you're doing is planting them. It's winter time. And the way the magnetics on the planet go is through the seasons. So you have to put the seeds in the ground right now, and that's called seeding. Your thoughts and what you want right now is where and just like you said, the new moon, the reflection, that reflection is the seeding. So everything you're thinking about and you want in this future right now, you need to seed it right now. So in spring, it springs up, and then you give it energy by actually doing movement, because that's what cause and effect is. The seven Hermetic principles. That things don't come to you by silver spoon. It comes through action and seeding and action.
okay.
And the seeding, right? Like you see when I was talking about portals, right? During these times, right, you got to pay attention to what cosmic portals are open to receive these, downloads to be able to seed the thought to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, every time is spiritual, but there's times where there's portals that are open. You know what I'm saying? For specific downloads, you get what I'm saying? So that you can seed the great plan of revolution now, and then by May, you know what I'm saying, you're iconic. You get what I'm saying?
That usually happens on a Sunday and a Monday. That's what Sunday's for. Where the sun has a portal, and the moon day, Monday, has that portal too.
Jeez. So
even the moon,
portal, man.
we're almost 10 minutes left. Only 10 minutes left.
Astrology, right?
I would love for Zavar to get up.
So on that note, King Spade, man, we're gonna let you go for now, man. I appreciate you, man, building and dropping the science with us right now. We're gonna pass it over to Dizza, man. We let him come through. So King Spade, man, we'll see you next week, man. Done, no, big up.
Before I go, we are the ones who created the Constitution, the original Constitution for the entire world. And it's back in action right now, and we got it back in place October 15th of this year. So you're going to see a lot more about the natural things and the destruction of the other side. More and more. All right, so peace. Thanks for having me, and you guys have a grand rising.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, brother, man. Done, no. Bless you. All right, man. Let's keep it circulating so we can get one more person in, man. We got Dizza, man. Let's see if we get that invite.
I was saying, Kings, even like in astrology, when referencing the moon, right? The moon represents the mind. Right?
We got some static, bro.
Peace.
Where's the tape?
It's like nighttime.
Oh. What is going on?
The planet, yo.
On the dark side, as you can see, trying to get better perspective. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, bro.
We can hear you.
Where you at?
He said he's on the dark side, fam.
We can hear you, bro.
Glad to be in here, King. Go on.
So Logic asks, where you at? Where are you?
I'm in Dar es Salaam. This is it's a ferry where we're waiting to.
Oh, we're getting some
side of the city.
Oh man,
it's crazy at the moment, so I decided to take a little break and breeze. I was actually gonna get on a local boats, a local.
This connection is tough.
Cool down, but it's all love, as you can see. No COVID, no restriction, none of that foolishness. Watch it. No mask. Nobody wear mask. Everybody lives their lives. No deception. They're trying, but it's all good.
Okay, so let me ask. Is it nighttime there?
Yeah.
What was that, Kwame?
It's nighttime? I thought it was only like
I
hours
couldn't
different.
catch up what you said. Can you see me also?
I said I thought
What
it was
time is
only
it?
like barely. A little bit.
I know.
It
Got
might be
it.
like
Yeah,
a
it was
5 hour
breaking up.
difference or
What's up?
something like that. Time zone.
No,
Time
it's
zone.
8.
It's 8?
8
Okay.
hours.
8
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Got
So
okay, I
now
see it.
So the
here,
man is in the future.
yeah, we live in the future. A little like 8 hours away.
Alright.
Bertrand had mentioned about telekinesis. Is there a way to get a Bertrand sending some reference materials to study, like PDF books or YouTube and such and such?
The first book I suggested, a book I said everyone should get, is The Cosmic Memory by Rudolf Steiner. You can find it on Google. Yeah, I mean, I'll type the title.
Yeah. And I'll also put some links in the chat as well, like in the,
The
in the
breaking
video
up is
description.
real. Like I couldn't hear nothing.
Damn, hold on. I'll just write it in the comments.
Yeah.
You get that? Zavara, check the comments, huh?
Oh, he might have dropped something there.
He's about
Yeah.
to. Boom.
So
Forward
brother,
me
like,
the
is there
links
anything you want
if
to
you
add?
can, so I can check it on WhatsApp or my DM, please.
Listen, write it down. It's in there. He wrote it. Write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
It's
What were you
already,
gonna say, Patrick?
yeah, no, I was just saying, like, if the brother has any message from us, you know, from the future, you know, on the other
Right.
side of the globe, and the man mentioned about, you know, like COVID, people ain't wearing masks right now and living
Got
free
it.
enough, like let us know what's going on in your world.
What's going on is there's a huge movement of people in diaspora to forward this way. So I want you all to collectively, if possible, have a little Zoom type meeting so I can run down their whole movement on that regard. So all of y'all can step away from all that COVID passport and lockdowns and all that. Everybody's here. This will
Yeah.
invest. This is where to like real make the movement more effective, and it makes difference, meaning you will have only Africans, you and your people, to worry about.
Mm.
The crackers are afraid of coming here now still.
Yeah, man, things are switching up, you know. True indeed, man.
So
Higher
I'm saying,
vibrations, you know.
I know Kwame, you're in your crypto and everything. Next version from Montreal had just arrived a month ago, and we're building a huge network. And I want us to have a meeting, if possible, sometime tomorrow or day after, because two of you plus all the network you have, it might change so much of the demographic. I also have another venture, a type of exchange thing. I hope you hear me now.
Yep.
We can hear you.
I'm waiting for network. Just come
You're
again.
good. You're good.
Come again.
Keep going, you're good, man. You're good.
We can hear you. Continue,
No.
Zavara.
We can hear you, brother.
Hello?
We can hear you. Keep going.
Anything
You're good.
right now. I'm waiting for network to settle.
Oh, he can't see us. Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, man, like, yo, this is what it is, man. SFA community, man, international, man. Doesn't matter where we are part of this globe. And this is all Aquarian energy, by the way. You know, like, we're not subjected to, like, the limitations of things, man. Like, we connect how we connect and deliver the message, even if it's 30 seconds, an hour, like, the message is still received because it boils down back to the intentions. And that's what we are creating intentionally, putting out this vibration to inspire and have that ripple effect, you know? So today was a beautiful, you know, a beautiful session, man. Lots of things to cover, to research, and take in this energy, this time period that we're in right now, to plant seeds. You know, it's winter time. Right now, it's not the time for harvest. Harvest already happened. Right now the cycle repeats. We're planting seeds. So when springtime comes, I consider springtime to be New Year's. You know, it's more in tune with nature. Then we can, like, celebrate this newfound life and nurture that life to, you know, deliver the fruits that we deserve. You know, see the fruits of our labor. So being more in tune with the cycles, the more we'll be more in tune with ourselves and each other, you know, because a lot of things are out of sync right now, you know what I mean? But this is an opportunity to reconnect, man. So plant seeds. What are your heart's desires? What are you trying to create? Who are you trying to build with? What are you trying to, like, you know, manifest? This is the time to plant those ideas now, right now, and cultivate that with intention. So,
Yo, Vlad, I know we're about to break out, but I got a special announcement pertaining to you.
What's up?
You are now officially on the governance board of Black Love DAO. Boom.
What's up, man?
As of right now, you're a voting member, Black Love DAO, and we taking off. Let's go.
Well, I mean, as we close, I mean, I think this will be because we're talking about planting seeds and you starting, you know, Black Love DAO in this time frame. I mean, you could have started this like in the spring or whatever, but right now is a very intentional time because, you know, it is the time to plant seeds. So while you know, on that wave, like, why don't you let people know what Black Love DAO is so we can, you know, plant that seed, and then we'll have more discussions as we move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Black Love DAO is a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. And so that means it can be, you can have members from around the globe. The goal is to create safe spaces in the digital world and crypto world, and to basically incentivize positive, creative work. So it's Afrofuturistic.
Okay. Well, again, like, no, this is all Aquarian energy, man. We're finding new and innovative ways to build and push our energy forward, to, like, you know, to reconnect, man, to have that Sankofa type energy, man, to go back and collect what we may have forgotten as we're moving forward, you know. So we'll definitely have more opportunities to speak more on that, because I'm very much interested in innovative and creative ways for us to build community, man. So that's what's up, man. I see John Empress in the cut saying, you know, how do we learn more? I believe you go on Twitter. There's some information that is being cultivated. So it's like you can have like the hashtag Black Love DAO, that DAO, for some, you know, related informations. And, you know, again, like, these are like ideas that are being planted right now. So you'll start seeing more of this like move forward in the coming months and as it grows and expands, though. But I just want to leave everybody with the idea of planting seeds right now. Be intentional. You know, this energy that's happening right now. You know, the days are getting shorter, nights are colder. It's the time to kind of go inward, you know? So be intentional with what your desires are, you know, and don't be afraid to connect with like-minded peoples. You know, right now is the time for us to build, man, but let's plant those seeds.
Time for building, seed planting, you know what I'm saying? And I would advise everyone, try to do some night meditations, you know, like, as much as we've been conditioned to believe, you know, that the night starts at midnight, that's actually when the day starts, you know what I'm saying? The day begins at midnight, so that's when you should start your meditations, you get what I'm saying? Like, especially considering that the quote-unquote nights are getting longer, that just really means the days are getting longer, you know what I'm saying? So you should be more in tune with that energy, you know what I'm saying? Get up earlier if you have to, you know what I'm saying? Meditate at midnight, be up at 6, you know what I'm saying? Just some suggestions, you know what I'm saying? And see what it does for you, you get what I mean? But yeah.
They call it the witching hour, but I feel like they say that to, like, scare us off, and then
of course,
like, thing. But
yeah, of course,
it's real.
They want you to they want to distract you, because again, even during those times, right? Like the cosmic energies are awake during those times. The ancestors, like, you know, for like back in the day, like when I used to go to church, like way back in the day, I remember pastors used to say that 3 a.m. was demon time. Like, that's when all the demons are out. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, to a degree, you're right. You know what I'm saying? The demons are out during that time. So are the angels, so are the gods, so are the witches, so are the warlocks. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed, man. That's what's up. So we're gonna take it on like that, man. And we came to our mark, man. Every Monday, man, you good fam, man. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big up to everyone who's come through, man. Join us every week. Let's continue to build community. When we've been doing this every single week for almost a year, man. Like, that's exciting, and I love what we're being to create, man. So big up to everyone. Plant those seeds, man. We'll see y'all next week, yo. Let's continue to build, man. Mad love, maximum love and respect, man. Stolen from Africa all day, every day.
Yeah, SFA.
All right, man. We out, yo. Peace.